Tweets have been deleted, but the damage is done.
The APS superintendent is apologizing, saying he didn't mean to call the state's education secretary a farm animal. Here's News 13's Amanda Goodman.
District Superintendent Winston Brooks says the tweets were inappropriate, plain and simple. The education secretary and governor agree, but went a step further, saying he set a really poor example for students.
I find it very disturbing, disappointing, childish to think that someone in his position should behave that way.
Strong words for what the governor and education secretary Hannah Scandera say were harsh words from APS Superintendent Winston Brooks.
He should be an example, and he's not to young people.
It all stems from a couple of tweets the superintendent sent last night. He summarized what he said in 140 characters or less for us today.
I said something about, Scandera going to the livestock truck. I should have stopped there. And then I said, moo moo oink oink, which is totally inappropriate.
Brooks was exchanging tweets with a reporter about Scandera when he says he mistook the mention of a TV news live truck for a live stock truck.
I know people will believe what they want to believe. It really didn't, the moo moo oink oink had nothing really to do with Scandera in my mind. It had more to do with the livestock truck. Still,
the superintendent, who has feuded openly with Scandera over the governor's education agenda, says he apologized to Scandera and to his staff.
Emotions get high.
Scandera, who hasn't been shy about criticizing Brooks and APS, was not available for an interview today. But her office sent us a statement saying, in part, the secretary did see his comments and finds them to be disparaging and disappointing. APS School Board President Marty Esquivel says the board will meet with Brooks Friday morning to discuss the tweet.
We all know that he's very apologetic for it, but as a board, we really need to decide, what's the appropriate form of discipline, if any.
In her statement, Scandera pointed out this is the second week in a row Brooks has tweeted something disparaging and disappointing about her. Last week, he retweeted a photo that showed Scandera and the governor on puppet strings. Jess?
Okay, Amanda, in an apology letter to all APS employees, the superintendent also said he'd failed to be a role model for students. Remember, APS constantly reminds kids about bullying and name-calling on social media.